Hi there, big guy.
Careful. We landed on somebody that might be upset.
Oh, true. Didn't think about that.
Well, you ought to think about that before dropping a ton of metal off a bloody gantry.
Oh my god! I'm surprised. He still thinks he's going to Alaska.
I know. Eventually, they'll get around to reprogramming his mission.
Worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Not like the initiates back in my day.
Yeah, he was old before they sent him.
Well, if it isn't the woman who revived Prime, the Brotherhood is in your debt.
Hell
Now,
yeah, it is.
Did you have documents for me? Or perhaps you were looking to take up with a research patrol?
No, I'm just gonna...
I found
There's
some
glasses
technical
on now.
documents for you.
These look rather promising. You certainly have a knack for this sort of work.
Hell yeah,
Here are the
rooting through
caps
stuff's
that I
my kind of
promised.
work.
Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited...
Yeah,
Check
whatever.
every building.
Yeah, whatever.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin
why is
Dance
this
is a
my
perfect
fault?
match for one of the synths on that list.
Oh.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
With pleasure. I'll make him pay for lying to us.
I appreciate your cooperation.
He's angry.
Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
I really don't like him.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green lights across.
This is why I could never deal with following Caesar's Legion in New Vegas. I hated them so much, I just couldn't bear to not kill them.
This is... I don't know if you guys can tell from like my previous playthrough of Fallout, but this kind of stuff really affects me massively.
Supposed to talk to Quinlan.
No, yeah.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming.
Sure.
Sorry about this business with Dance.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio.
I'm glad I killed you
was
too.
really sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports and, unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them
Oh,
as
for God's
possibilities
sake.
one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges.
No, you won't.
Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
I'm gonna shove you off the deck.
I'm in power armor. I'd like to see a trike, yeah?
Knight. You have technical documents back.
No, why were you talking to you? Sod off, creep. Oh. First you want to take me to the flight deck.
I think she's probably gonna shout at you down here.
Oh. Uh-oh. I like Halen too. I don't like upsetting her. Reese, however.
Reese is still a fuck, so who cares? Told you.
And there's beer as well. Don't she's gonna hit me around the head with a bottle.
Metal soup. Yeah.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
That's a risky question, Halen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
I don't care.
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
Alright, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Okay, 1. If he's a synth, we won't know he's a synth anyway, because he's been reconditioned like the Railroad has been doing to other synths.
Yeah, he's been wiped.
That means previous stuff has been wiped, so he wouldn't know.
But the fact that he suddenly disappeared makes it seem like he may have caught wind of the situation and left.
Yeah, but he probably already had anyway. Like, this is a recreation area. This is the worst recreation area I've ever seen.
The soldiers, what do you expect?
And technically speaking, she could have taken me somewhere a bit more secure than, you know, just down the road.
Remarks him, Halen's a traitor.
Hells to the nah. I'd do that to Reese, but I like Halen.
But Reese isn't a traitor.
Doesn't matter.
See? You're doing the same thing that Halen's doing. You're letting all your emotions get mixed up in this shit.
Shut up. Oh yeah, because you're happy.
Gladly lay down
Siding
my
with the
life for
Brotherhood.
keeps
I'm
humanity
always
from
happy.
leading the apocalypse.
That's what this place is for.
Wait, you're not done this bit yet?
I don't know. But I hacked the terminal,
Going
pulled the
down.
elevator down.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I found down here was Jaguar.
Synths are nothing but technology run amok. Free-thinking machines are an insult to our way of life. They need to be destroyed. I'm not surprised Maxon sent you.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought Synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Halen. Perhaps now that you've opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success, or Maxon will just send someone else to hunt me down. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm so glad you love that. Okay.
You know, they could at least make that stupid ass hood connect up to the suit.
Right.
Instead of like sideways vagina slit on, isn't it?
Ground floor.
How dare you betray
Oh,
the
no.
Brotherhood?
It's not her fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive because you're wrong about him.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory. Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human
Starting to
life
sound
and
like
corrupted it
Shakespeare.
beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you,
Children
Dance.
away.
Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland.
Unfortunately, it could be ever so right at
perhaps
this
even
moment.
billions,
There's
died
stuff
because
going on.
science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again? You're a single bomb in an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
You're comparing Dance to a nuclear bomb.
This machine might not be a bomb, but its goal is exactly the same. Place it where you want the damage done, and when you least expect it, it delivers a lethal blow without warning and without mercy. A precision strike delivered right at the heart of the enemy. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory.
And
some
I'm
of my
sorry,
memories
but
aren't
what
my
did you
own.
just have me build?
But when I saw my brothers
Exactly what
dying
you've
at my
been
feet,
describing.
I
Except
felt
something
sorrow.
that doesn't think it's alive.
When I defeated an enemy
Yeah,
of the
true.
Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Whether he's human or not, Dance saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn woman. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of her. I'm returning to the Pridwin Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Good news. Dance gets to live.
That was incredibly tense.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
You're still a punk kid.
At least we know he isn't chasing you anymore. If you stay here, you should be safe.
That's an excellent suggestion. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone. Now, you better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable.
You can come live in
If
my
you ever
home.
need me, I'll be right here.
Come with me.
Can't you come with me now?
You heard what Maxon said. If I'm seen aboard the Pridwin, at the police station, or at the airport, not only would I be killed...
I knew it!
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
I freaking knew it!
But if you need me to take the fight anywhere else, I'll be there.
Control systems all reporting.
Reporting as ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
Of course. The Brotherhood must come first.
Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
He's glaring at me.